Gentlemen ain't exactly nice guys. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, The Nathan Experience. I am Nathan. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And I just came from the movie theaters, and what I watched is The Gentleman. The Gentleman stars Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Hunnam, Hugh Grant, Colin Farrell, Michelle Dockery, Henry Golding, Jeremy Strong, Eddie Marsan, and it is directed by Guy Ritchie. Now, for some of us old schoolers, you would know that Guy Ritchie has directed and written a lot of British-style gangster films, and it is something he has not done in quite a while, which was great for him to come back into the fold of English gangster films. And this film was definitely top-notch, I have to say. Considering the fact that the latest of his film releases, I actually have a couple of them, have been pretty good from my point of view, but they have not been doing very well as far as box office earnings are concerned. But at least in this instance, when he did the Sherlock films, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., King Arthur, those were pretty big budget films, at least from my perspective. Not to mention Aladdin, which I will never ever watch. This film kind of directly goes back into its roots. As far as I know, I've had to look it up. The budget of this film was relatively small. It says it was an $18 million budget, and as far as I'm concerned, it has made that money back, and maybe a little bit more. It is kind of doing well in the box office, but since it is a low budget film, really nothing to worry about, because it's definitely going to make that money back and even have a going to generate some revenue after it gets all its money back. So I personally thought it was a very, very good film. There was definitely some top-notch acting, as you know, as I just read from the cast members. I'm sure that Matthew McConaughey had to say some words he's not used to saying because he's in London. So, and as we all know, Matthew McConaughey is a country boy with an accent of his own. It was fun to see Matthew McConaughey being thrown into this fray. Henry Golding, who was in one of my favorites, Crazy Rich Asians, did a terrific role playing the antagonist of this film. It's kind of amazing how extremely nice guys can be really bad villains, and he pulled that off extremely nicely. And in my opinion, of course, if they ever decide to pick up a new James Bond replacement, I think it should be Henry Golding. I'm just saying, I think he'd be terrific as James Bond. He's definitely got the looks, he's got the style, the finesse, the calm. He really does have it. I mean, he's actually one of two actors who I believe should play the next James Bond. The other guy should be Benedict Cumberbatch, but that's another subject. And then there's Charlie Hunnam, everybody's favorite, or at least to the ladies, everybody's favorite male actor. He just pulled off. He also did a terrific job. He worked with Guy Ritchie before in King Arthur. Yeah, and I actually like King Arthur. King Arthur is definitely one of my favorites, even though it didn't do very well in the box office. And seeing Colin Farrell back into an original film. Colin Farrell has always had a reputation of doing remakes, and those remakes ended up being not coming out so well. I think the best remake that I believe he's ever done was SWAT. I think that was the role that really broke him out. But yeah, lately he's been doing a lot of remakes. I don't know why, but when he does an original film like this one, it's always a supporting cast, or he's always a supporting cast member, I should say. And I'm actually glad he was in this one, and he actually got to use his own Irish lilt. And I don't think I think we rarely see him in a comedy, and he was definitely funny in this one. He did a really terrific job. And it was nice to see him working with Guy Ritchie for the first time, if it is the first time he's worked with Guy Ritchie. Michelle Dockery can be just as conniving as Matthew McConaughey's character. These two people their characters are actually married. How the characters were able to scheme the way they did was absolutely terrific. I mean, this is like a marriage in heaven, you know. This is like Morticia and Gomez Adams kind of relationship, because they're always honest with each other. Because they're always honest with each other and all that, and that's what I definitely saw in these two. And on top of that, yeah, it's nice to see Guy Ritchie going back to his own style of filmmaking. And to be honest with you, all the movies that he's done has always been his own original style of filmmaking. But it was nice to see Guy Ritchie again going back to his gangster roots, so to speak, and produce another English gangster film. Hugh Grant, I've started to notice that he's been picking up a lot of like sleazeball type roles lately. Because early in his career has always been about comedy, and now, even though he's still doing comedy, he's more like being picked up for sleazeball roles. You know exactly like this one, and that movie Cloud Atlas, which no, it was great seeing these guys. It was actually great seeing this movie put together. The shots were terrific. The editing was terrific. Everything looked like it was simplified because it is a low budget film, and they didn't want to. I guess I'm assuming that Guy Ritchie didn't want to do anything fancy with it, even though the way he does his films is kind of fancy. But I think due to the budget, he couldn't do very much. So he created his film in his own image in the most best way, most simplified way, you know. And I think he did a terrific job. It was nice to see him back, going back to his old roots, you know. And somebody mentioned that they may not pick up some new fans for Guy Ritchie, but for us old school guys, they're definitely going to love this film. And I totally agree with that 100%. So to summarize, great acting, great choices of actors and actresses, great writing, great shooting, great editing, great direction, great music. Guy Ritchie and his music is kind of crazy. So I give it a knockout. I mean, he knocks it right out of the park. So I totally geeked out about this film. It is definitely a total geek out type film, and I really enjoyed it, especially if you are a Guy Ritchie fan. You are totally going to geek out about this movie. So go check it out while it's still in theaters, and once it's not in theaters, check it out digitally and get the Blu-ray and all that jazz, and I certainly will. And enjoy it. I personally believe that you will enjoy it. I strongly recommend this film. And that is the end of this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Leave some comments down below what you thought about the film, if you have seen it. And subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. Peace out.